But let's check out this Gaia's Cradle. Let's take a look at the price here. It's going to be drifting left to right for the next little while. If you want a copy, I would suggest waiting. There's going to be deals in the new year. So I've said this before. Now let me just reiterate. If there's one point that I can make in all seriousness, I've got my serious face on, my serious hat on, my serious elf on, face on, and everything. So we've been doing this show for like a month, right? I've been looking at these charts for a while, okay? We're going to wait a while. This is what I saw happen the last time shenanigans in struggles have happened. Stores, and we've already seen evidence of this, stores have closed the buy list once, and then they've reopened it. But when stores start closing buy lists and players stop buying new product, here's what's going to happen. Prediction. Here's Brody's call. Here's Brody's put. Here, you want putting it on the line for the new year, just for you folks to. So I got my serious hat on and everything. So here's what's going to happen. Players are going to reject these new products. Okay, they're going to reject a bunch of product, and Wizards is going to try desperately to make sales. Now, the way they're pitching products, they're like not pitching it to the main player base. They're pitching niche products to individuals so that they'll like pick up a couple. And the individuals who are like oblivious to the noise that's going on in the mainstream part of the game. So that's what they're hoping on. It's like we've spread enough seeds to like these niche player bases that have like these individual card, likings for certain cards, certain secret layers, certain sets that may not follow mainstream Magic news, but like there's products for them. So we're counting on those to have enough of those sales to make up enough of the market share so that like the main player base, which we've disappointed, it doesn't affect our bottom line, but it does. So when people stop buying new products, stores are going to hurt. They're going to suffer the most. They really are. But like, you got to take a consideration which stores. So like the local game store, the small ones, unfortunately, they're going to hurt the most and they're going to feel it. And those are the ones that are probably going to hit closest to home. But the big ones, the box stores, like the the bigger ones, the ones that are like when you go and check out their showcase, you're like, they have all the cards and I have none. You ever like, it almost seems like greed, right? When you walk into some of these card stores and they're not even like, they're just dealing cards, right? Like strictly dealing cards. So if you're a player and you're getting cards off of a card dealer and you're looking at their case and you're like, man, the guy's got all the copies of Bazaar of Baghdad. I wish the price was cheaper because then I could get one. And and they just sit back and they're like, ha ha ha, yes, I do. I have all of the copies. No, you want one? It's going to cost you a fortune. So once they have to start paying rent and their sales slow down, if they're not diversified into other products and other streams of income, and Magic is like not pushing their bottom line, they're going to have to start giving sales on old cards because those are like part of their inventory. So the last time this happened, we started seeing like high-end, super high-end sales. So like wait for the big stores to have super high-end sales. And then it's coming. And then once they do, those cards are going to start moving back into the hands of players from the big stores who have large numbers of inventory of these really expensive cards. There's also going to be cards like getting hucked on eBay to people trying to get cashed right now, maybe try and buy back later. That's another, like people just panic selling. Time to sell a Black Lotus. Oh God, everything's going down. Get something for it. So there's that. But if you're like in the game for a while, if you're not quitting, if you haven't quit already and you're looking at some of these cards and you want to get a couple copies, like just wait it out. There's going to be some high-end sales. People are going to have to pay rent and we're going to pick them up on discount. And then what's going to happen? We're going to see how long this is going to last. And then like the stores are going to, then the prices of all those cards are going to go up because the stores are going to be short on inventory. Okay. And that's when Wizards is going to say, I gotcha. That's when the gotchas come in, okay? That's when the other shoe's going to drop and we're going to toy with the idea of more reprints, okay? So that's my pick and my call, and you can push the replay. MTG Gaming Bob's in the house. That's my call for the year, okay? Love you. Let's go down.
Isn't that... Love you.
We're talking Library of Lang and looking at decks, playing it. If you're new to Magic, anybody, check this card out. This is an alpha version, right? This is an early version. It's a lot of money, but we can get a cheaper version. I think everybody wants to play this card. You don't have to spend $470, $27.20 for it. You can get yourself like a revised copy for $1.75. Benson. Shout out to Benson. Benson. I think Benson was here first. He's been quiet though. He's been quiet. Yes. So we picked a list this morning. We're doing the all list, and that's brought us to Library of Lang here this morning. It's great to be on the road with you folks here today. I like it. All are welcome here. So we're like this second part of the card. If an effect causes you to discard a card, discard it, but you may put it on top of your library instead of into your graveyard. And if a discard is random, the funny thing is in this Oracle text here, it doesn't have that third part of the card. Like if you look actually on the card, if the discard is random, you may look at the card before deciding where to discard it. Over here, it just says you have no max hand size. If an effect causes you to discard it, you may put it on your library instead. It doesn't mention that. So there's 3 parts to this card. It's really good for 1 mana. Nekuzar the Mind Razor, Gix. Let's take a look at the Gix deck, shall we? Or unless we got Gix deck. Let's go Gix. That should be a new deck, right? We want to see the Gix Yawgmoth. Gix Yawgmoth. Praetor. This guy, yeah, he's new. He's ugly. Twiddler's in the house. Hey, thanks for the great duck race last night. 2 black and 1 for a 3/3. This is the commander. Great to have you with us, Twiddler. Thank you for bringing me on. Bruise. All right, Bruise. Richie says Bruise with Brody. Great to have you here, Twiddler. Thanks for joining us. I know you're just starting your morning, so have yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and does anybody else like talking Magic card prices? Do you like following these charts? Coach gave me a tip of the day, and I'll put it in the comment section here. There's another site that I didn't know about, so let's find it. Let's find that comment, because that's a good comment. I always learn something from you folks here. It's awesome. Why you gotta be so conspicuous all the time, Brody? Dawn Glare. Cool site for box and set prices. I'd probably enjoy. So I gotta check out. I got some homework to do, but that's okay. I like that. Great having you on. It's cool. I had a good time over the Twiddlers. The bounty over there is up to 62 or 63 packs. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. So yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough about it. It's absolute, a lot of fun over there. Absolutely. So let's check this Gix deck. I want to see what people are building with the Gix. The 3/3 for 2 black and 1. The Phyrexian Praetor. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. So in 4-player, if any creature deals damage to your opponent. So you start getting bennies from your opponent's stuff? What? Okay, you're gonna start getting benefits? This is Friends with Benefits deck. I think that's what this is called. What do they call it? Gix Cheaper. I don't know. This seems more like the Friends with Benefits deck. Gix says, if any old creature deals damage to any one of your opponents, its controller may pay a life. If they do, draw a card. All right, frick. And then you can pay 7, 3 black and 4, discard X cards, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. So choose a player. I choose you. We're choosing you, the viewers, the subscribers, to join the channel and hit the like button. Brody chooses you to exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among those cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Ugh. Ouch. Now that's a commander. That's a mono black commander. If there was ever a card to do it, this certainly would seem to be the one. So Library of Lang's maybe like Library's seen some action, some love because of this deck in Commander. I think it looks a lot of fun. So what are we doing? A lot of 1-drop black spells. What else we got in here? What's that? You like the name for that deck now, Coach? I think so. All right. You just get buffs off your opponents are like, oh yeah, I deal damage. It's cool. I'll pay 1. Draw a card. Thanks. Have a nice day. Battlefly Swarm gains Death Touch. So you get the 1/1. Is there insect trap? Let me see. I'm gonna sip a coffee here. Holy smokes. Thanks for joining me and taking me along. Dragon Brody along down the road with you this morning. I appreciate it. Glad to be there with you. Hope everyone having a conspicuously great morning. Doing a little. Let me have a sip of coffee here. Coffee's tasting good. Got a busy day here. I'm going to be on just for another couple more minutes. I do have to run this list. We got the Ginger Brew. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be on just for another little bit past the hour here this morning. And then I'm going to be heading on over to the Dual Brain channel. There's a premiere coming up in about, 22 minutes and change. So we're probably going to run over there, catch a premiere. So why don't you guys join me there after the show? Let's check what else we got in here. A bunch of 1s, right? Changeling Outcasts. This is every creature type. So what kind of tribe? Is this like Phyrexian Tribal or what? What is it? Eye Collector. Kind of a gross card, but funny nonetheless. Little eyeball fairy. Deals combat damage to player. Each player puts the top card of their library into the graveyard. Why aren't I playing this card? This seems really good. You know what card might play in this deck is Vicious Rumors. I don't know if I see it on here. Planeswalkers Spells. Yeah, no. Seems all right. Gingerbrute, Prickly Boggart. Fear? Why? A 1/1 with fear. Why? What? And then the Gingerbrute? Okay. Falmar Knight. We just want a 1/1 with some kind of bad touch. Tormented Soul can't block or be blocked. Why is this good? Why are all these little 1 dorks in here? Somebody please explain that to me. Whenever another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains Intimidate until end of turn. Tormented Soul. What are okay. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life rounded up each time. This is just a creepy face card right here. Like this card is just bizarre, hey? What the alternatives for this card is this guy, Magus of the Candelabra. Okay? This guy's $1. He's got the same effect on him. Tap X and untap X target lands. Right? Here's a 1/2 creature that does the same thing. You can't search it up like a tinker, but you can get the same effect. If you're building commander deck and you want the Candelabra, so we've got like a bunch of Candelabras, Ulamog, Marlin. What are they using with Ulamog? Are they putting the Vesuvas? Yeah, Ancient Tomb. Do they have the cloud posts? I guess it doesn't make sense to do it with posts in Commander, right? You're just, what are you playing? 1 post? Ah, that's terrible. I'm playing one post. Yeah, right? Not so good. Not so hot. What are you playing in Commander? That's what Brody's playing. I'm playing one post. Nice, nice, nice. Cute. I love it. Well, it's a good time. Moxman's in the house. Hey, morning, Moxman. Thanks for joining us. We're having a little Magic Talks, a little Magic Stocks, and a little MTG Moxman. Thanks for joining us. I want to wish you peace, love, and happiness to you and your fam.